It's been an honor and a privilege to serve as Majority Leader of this distinguished body. Walking into this building and walking onto this floor is something that excited me every day since I was first elected to Congress, as it should. Not one of us should ever take for granted the awesome honor and responsibility we have to serve our fellow Americans. Now, Mr. Speaker, we don't always see eye to eye, even within our own parties in this chamber. But that's how it's supposed to be. Mr. Speaker, I'd also like to thank you for all you've done. Thank you for the example of firm leadership that you show, and at the same time, for not being afraid to show us all your kind heart and your soft spot from time to time. Mr. Speaker, you reminded me yesterday that you and I have met with each other at least once a day, every day that we've been in session for the past 5 years. For that, Mr. Speaker, I thank you for your patience. And to my closest confidant and my good friend Kevin McCarthy, our new Majority Leader, I know you will make this institution proud. And finally, I want to thank my family, my wife Diana, her mother, my children, Evan, Jenna, and Mikey, my parents, my brothers, all of whom have made sacrifices so that I could serve in this chamber and as a member of leadership. So, Mr. Speaker, I close by once again thanking my colleagues for their service. I thank them for their friendship and warmth, and with that, I yield back.
I rise to thank the Majority Leader for his service to this House and his service to this country. When one of us leaves this body, it ought to remind us that all of us are here for a relatively short time, perhaps some longer than others, but for a relatively short time. Mr. Cantor and I have had the opportunity to work together. As he pointed out, we have not always agreed, as we do not always agree across the aisle. There are less than 11,000 of us in the history of this country who have served in this body. There are 435 of us who have been asked by our fellow citizens to serve on their behalf, on behalf of their families, and on behalf of their country. Eric Cantor has done that well. Not because I always agreed with him, but because I always knew that he had the best interests of his country, his state, his community, his family, and our neighbors in mind when he acted. He will remain always a member of this body. He will visit us from time to time. We will welcome him back. We wish him well. Thank you. I yield back the balance of my time.